What is up, guys? This is Tash.
This is Grant.
And this is Indiebnb.
Today we talk to a producer out of Atlanta, Georgia. He goes by the name A1 Devin. What's in the sauce, Devin? We find out that and much, much more as we speak with our buddy Devin. So, Tash, if you would do me a favor and roll the motherfucking tape. All right, welcome into Indiebnb. Today we are joined by none other than A1 Devin. Devin, how you doing today?
I'm good, man. Glad to be here.
We are glad to have you. Devin is one of our teammates from Mercer, my former locker mate. I've seen the guy naked a bunch of times.
Yep.
Really excited to have him on. He had a budding rap career, or a budding producing career in college, and it has grown tremendously since he has graduated and moved into real life. So excited to hear even more about it. Devin, I want to get started with just A1. Are you a particular fan of steaks or what's going on with the name, brother?
Oh, man, no, that really it came from this rapper named Rocco who signed the artist Future. They used to always before the tag in their songs like A1 FBG. And that was my favorite artist, when I really got into making the decision what I wanted to listen to. So between Future and Rocco, those were my guys. So I kind of stole that from them. But I made a little play on it about the sauce thing. So that was my tag, what's in the sauce. And it's kind of just been from there. Yeah.
I got you. Yeah, it's interesting. I love the producer tag. It's something that has kind of come a long way, but yours is awesome because it's a kickback to the 90s. It's to Good Burger. Is that one of your favorite movies? Is that why you chose that?
Definitely is one of my favorite movies. And I just remember them talking about sauce a lot in that movie. When I first started, I was looking for a tag, and I just wanted something that would be different than somebody just having a girl say their name or something, something corny. So I just wanted to stand out immediately and have a tag that was unique to me. And A1 and sauce, it came together perfectly. So,
dude, nothing like it.
What is in sauce? That's the real question.
Shit, man, I can't tell you. It's top secret. It's top secret. I can't just give that away.
Yeah, what do you think it is? That's his competitive edge, baby.
Right.
So kind of getting into, how did you get started? Some people have the misconception that you guys are you can just go and make beats. You must have some kind of musical, background to just, carry you forward. How did you get started in making beats and get really inspired?
I have older family members that were producers, rappers, different things of varying success. But the main reason is my older brother, Mike. He had been rapping since I can remember. And I always remember just him booming in the other room. I'm like, what the hell is he doing in there? This music so loud. He's listening to the same song over and over again. So he's definitely my main influence and the reason I even started doing it. I started somewhat late, actually, doing the music thing because of football, took up most of my time. So I think, what was that, junior year of college, I started really looking into it, hey, I would like to do this long term. And I spent one of my refund checks all on music equipment. I was like, I'm $1,500 back then. I was like, oh shit, I got some money. So I just went all in at that time. I was like, if now or never. So.
Gotcha. Where, what was the setup like in starting in college? Was it, are you cramped up in one of them lofts trying to figure out how to, put all this stuff together? You get some noise complaints?
Yeah, my roommates definitely were like, okay, can you turn it down a little bit at night? But I just had the most basic speakers you could get. I bought a laptop specifically to make music on and a little keyboard. So that was just my original setup. It wasn't too much. I didn't really understand all the ins and outs of sound and all the different things, you could use to make your sounds better, but I was just going for it. So
I like that. Did you ever use you ever record natural sounds or like anything like that to include, or like what is just straight up like, all right, I'm gonna get on the MIDI and just go to town?
back then it was just strictly MIDI. I've just recently gotten into just like recording the birds chirping outside, hitting a can, just different things just to give a more natural feel to something that's become more and more robotic,
Gotcha. What would you say, like, like with, from how far you've come, I mean, what's been the biggest, progress you feel like from, the time in the dorm room? Obviously the equipment probably has changed to now, but, what, like, from the time you're starting to make beats to now, what is the biggest, difference in, you feel like, your game as far as just development?
Probably really just getting into music theory and understanding like the history of music and why people do certain things and how to structure a song, things like that, really help you launch pad your creativity. It gives you the frame to expand your creativity if you just know where it all comes from.
Interesting. What have you started to do with that, like, kind of music creativity, like, or musical theory? Have you like taken classes? Is that something you've just kind of got a book from? Or what'd you start doing to educate yourself?
Lots and lots of YouTube, just painstakingly clicking through a bunch of YouTube videos trying to figure out how to play some piano. Last year I took like 10 piano classes just to pick up some knowledge on like the basics of keys, because it really helps with sampling, really anything I'm doing, putting songs together. It's huge just to understand music theory.
Interesting. What, like, I you mentioned sampling, and like that's something that I am a particular fan of. I think before when reaching out to you about this, I heard you sample a little Billie Eyelash, as I like to call her. But what are some of the things that go into when you hear something? How do you know it's like, hey, I could sample that, or like, hey, like that may work here? I know it's kind of hard to like probably describe the creativeness, but like what makes a good sample?
There's a couple of different ways to go about it. I typically like to sample open parts in songs, where it's just like a melody going. And that Billie Eilish song was, no drums were going off. I was like, yeah, this is perfect. Like, I love this melody. It spoke to me, so I just went with it. But you could also use drums from a song, anything, or sampling is such a big concept. It's endless.
Interesting. Whenever I think about sampling, I always think about Through the Fire is what Kanye sampled on Through the Wire. I always think about it seems like high pitch samples to me are the ones that for me make make an impact on me.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, what that says about me, but
yeah, something recognizable. The lyric is in there, and it's just like somebody singing high pitch. I don't know. I feel you on that though, for sure. Like, that's definitely a big thing. Like,
what is like have you we talked with a band called High Crime, and Mitch, one of their I believe he's a guitarist, right? Yeah, Mitch goes and he'll sample he sampled out some kind of old tapes from a church sermon. He like went and took like somebody's like old church sermon, and like it was them. What were they do? Tash, what were they doing? I can't remember. Like,
he was like, I can't remember where he was working, but somehow he ended up in a church and found this like box of just like old tapes, and he just started like listening to them. And I guess he just was like, this sounds cool. And so it's like a weird like instrumental bridge, and it's way in the background, but you just hear this like random man like talking. You can't even really hear what he's saying. So we asked him, he's like, yeah, it's some like sermon from like 1987 that this guy gave, and I just like put it in there with no credits because he had no clue who it was. He just found it.
Yeah, that's the great thing about sampling. You can pull from anything, and the way technology is advanced, you can manipulate the sound to do anything you want it to do. So it's so open. That's pretty cool though. Huh?
where do you seek out a sample? Like you go and like, are you given like, all right, hey, today I'm gonna listen to like, I'm gonna go buy a box of old records and go through those, or like how do you determine, I guess?
I'm not super big on sampling other people's records. But when I'm just listening to music for inspiration, sometimes it just hits me. It's like, oh no, I need to sample this. Like this would be a perfect part for me to pull from to make something cool. So it kind of just happens naturally. I don't like to just sit and click specifically for samples, you know.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Interesting.
A1, when you go in and make, so I've been asking a lot of people this just because of the, since we're in the 21st century and there's so many people are making music, whether it's, completely electronic or even still using guitars and pianos, but it's all going through the computer. You know, when you're on I don't know if you use like Logic or GarageBand or whatever the hell you use, but what do you do to like rein yourself in? Because you can sit there for forever trying to find the perfect sound. What do you do to like go in and say, okay, I gotta stop. Like this is the sound.
That is tough. That is tough. But I don't know. It's really just a feeling. A lot of the stuff I do is just about a feeling, like trying to catch that feeling. And then especially with hip hop music, if you producing with someone in the room, it's just like catching that moment. You know, it happens quick. So you just gotta keep your ears open and just shut it off and be like, no, this is it. And then maybe you can search a little more later, but you know when you find the right one for sure.
Because you could sit there, I mean, for the rest of your life if you want,
Right.
tinkering, little things here and there.
I said them.
So when like, do you make more music when people come into your studio, or do you have stuff already made and people come in and kind of piece it together?
I do a little bit of both. I think my best work comes from when I'm working alone and I have the time to mess around a little bit and try to find something creative out of it. But a lot of times you don't really have that much time when people are rapping. As soon as they hear a melody, they're already writing. And so you got to get that thing finished, put the drums on there, get it out of there. So a more minimalist approach comes out when somebody else is in the room. So
Yeah, I remember seeing a video a long time ago of Jay-Z going into Timbaland's studio when he was making the Black album. And, they say Jay-Z keeps like 60, 70 songs written in his head, just the lyrics. And Timbaland was playing, just like showing him some beats. And he played the beat that ended up being Dirt Off Your Shoulder, but Timbaland like skipped over it. And Jay-Z was like, no, go back. And it hit him. So how do you help when someone does that? Like, can you help people? Do they give you lyric ideas and you say, oh, this will go with this beat? Or is it sort of the other way around? Like they'll come in and say, oh, that beat sounds like it would fit this lyric idea I have.
More times than not, it kind of happens in the moment, just like they hear it and they're inspired by something. And I kind of take a step back there. That's not really my strong suit right now, is writing as a producer. But I could throw them lines every now and then, but I kind of let them just do their thing and let me master the production and the engineering portion of it, and just let them, be creative, just go in. Because that's when something special really happens. You got to be very careful about interrupting the flow of somebody's creativity. So that's a big thing in the studio with me.
I gotcha. Yeah, it's a weird thing. It's weird. Like this is such a different conversation for us. Most people we're talking to are creating the full song, lyrics and everything. So it's a different kind of different cap we're putting on tonight, talking to you with being more of a producer side of it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and we're glad to put that cap on because we love to be with all the music that's out there. I mean, there's indie artists that are producers. They're rappers. They're people anywhere. I think that one of the guys that the closest guy we've interviewed to you is this guy named Ed Washington out of Alaska. He's got a very Frank Ocean kind of that kind of vibe where he's really but he's a full circle guy. He writes, he sings, and he does all of the production. He's got his own studio in his house in Alaska, and he does a lot of mastering and voice lessons and all that stuff. So it's interesting that he one of the things he said was like, hey, like becoming like that five. I like that to the baseball terms, like a 5-tool player. Somebody who's able to like do it all. That's interesting that you're right. Have you gotten in the booth? I mean, is there recordings out there of you, getting in the booth and having some lines? I mean, do you have some?
There's definitely some recordings of me that the world will never hear. I heard my voice a couple of times on the track. I was like, you know what? Let me just stay in my lane with this one. Like, I'll just really my brain doesn't even work in that capacity right now. So if somebody starts the idea, I can help finish it. But like as far as like coming with a whole song from top to bottom, that's tough. That's really tough for me. So
yeah. Who's the biggest, like, is your brother like, hey man, why don't you get on this track? Why don't you just come on? Why don't you come on? Or is it other guys you work with? Like, is there people who are really trying to juice you into getting into the booth? I mean,
I feel like it comes up like every other session. It's like, oh no, jump in there. Once you start suggesting ideas, they're like, oh no, you should jump in there. I'm like, nah,
yeah.
I'm
good, bro. I'm good, bro.
good.
Well, I want to get into some of the tunes because we can start at VVS too, but that's the only one it's on that one's on Spotify. But tell me about just the beginning. I guess you and your brother working together. I mean, is this something that like has been going on? Did he just say, hey man, like learn this and then you can start making me beats, or was he like, hey, you gotta go grind it out and learn your craft a little bit before you start working? Because I mean, obviously he's famous. He was on Atlanta. I mean, his song is that Higher Ground. Higher Ground was in the strip club scene.
Above ground, yeah.
Above Ground, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, is in the strip club scene in Atlanta. So I mean, like he's well known, and I'm sure that he was probably like, what was his advice to you when you were first starting out, and then how did you feel like get that level where you were gonna work with him?
Yeah, it was a process for sure, because he was like supported me from the jump, but he had been making music so long, like had been writing for people in Atlanta for so long, and so he had just a higher taste in music. So I felt like I just need to work as hard as I could to get to that point, and then present him with something to work with. So like he's always been supportive, but I knew from the jump that I was like, okay, this needs to be a certain level of quality for him to ever even attempt to rap on it. So
gotcha. And with VVS, I mean, first thing, I mean, I went out and I got the album. I mean, tell me about Having My Way. I mean, that song was my favorite of the on the whole album, or on the whole, I guess this is an EP. It's an EP.
yeah.
But like, man, I freaking love that song. I mean, tell me about getting into that and the creative process and creating that song.
Well, the entire project I think was done in like 3 days, honestly. Like,
wow,
just like we just locked in and he was like, yeah, we're gonna make something and you're gonna put it out with your name on it, like an artist. Like I was like, oh shit, okay. Let's go. This is what I've been waiting for. So that was just one of the ones we came up with. And I think I had made that beat on my own one day, and then he heard it and was like, oh my God, you've gotten so much better at this. Like what the hell? I don't know. It was just it was euphoric. It happened so quickly. Like it just came together so easily and perfect. I just knew it was right. And it actually ended up getting placed on another TV show called Boomerang on BET. So that was pretty cool too.
Awesome. That's sick. I've not seen the program, but
Yeah,
I'll have to check it out.
I don't know the quality of the TV, but we did get paid and it was on TV.
Let's go, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I mean, with this, I mean, obviously you kind of get into, from my understanding, and I think you're going to explain it much better than I am, but like people contact you or you contact people and say, hey, I got beats for you. And, this is how I figured it out on Little Dicky. On Little Dicky's show, Dave. It seems like that guy sends beats to people, and then if they like the beats, they buy them and they're able to rap on them. What is the real process in not Hollywood bullshit? Like, how does your your plan work as far as I'm a rapper, Devin, you're a producer. How do we get together and how does that whole thing work?
Well, that is a legit process that they showed there. That is, some people choose to go that route. I personally like to go with a more personal route. Like I want to know the person. I want to sit in with the person. I want to get to understand what they're trying to do musically. more than anything. So a lot of times it's just I meet people through other people in music, and it's just like we vibe. Let's keep making music. Let's keep doing it. Let's keep getting better at it. So I just go for it through a more personal route. But I also do the sending beats out thing, but it's half as effective as getting to know the person and creating that, relationship.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I think that's a good process. My the way we've kind of started this thing, we just we slide in DMs, we get referrals from other people, and that seems like the community of music is like, hey, like this so and so, said you guys, were awesome. We're checking you out now. Would you want to come on the pod? So like it's kind of just building through personal relationships. I think in anything is definitely the way to go. Who are some of the, I guess not, you can't just choose favorites, but I mean, can you give us some, some good stories from the studio as far as just like, hey, like there was a moment when you found the right, you were talking about that kind of like your Eureka moment earlier. What's the best one you've been a part of and like where you just were like, hey, we're vibing today. Like, let's freaking go.
That's tough. That's tough. It's been a lot of moments. It's been a lot of songs that have been recorded. I would say Above Ground was definitely one of those moments. Like that was like when I first started making beats. So that was like one of the first like 20 beats that ever were made. Like me and my brother hammered it out on I came home for like Christmas break, and we were at our mom's house on the floor in my room. I had no furniture in there, just trying to make beats. And he was like, "Oh shit, this is kind of cool. Hold on." He's like, "Let me try to write something to this." And it just came together so perfectly. But yeah, but it was right on the floor. I had all stock instruments. Neither one of us really knew what we were doing as far as like making the beat and everything, but it definitely was a moment.
Gotcha.
Have you ever had two artists like fight over a beat? Like two people hear it and they're like, I want it, and you have to be like, I don't know what to do here.
I mean, often they don't even know that like, oh, somebody else cut a record already, or because you gotta, as a producer, it's tough because you never know. Like somebody records a song and they're like, oh, I love it, and the artist the next day will be like, fuck that song. I'm never it's never coming out. So you gotta keep working your records if you believe in a certain beat or something like that. So it's never really any fighting over beats. Because
do you have a backup plan for if there is? Like an arm wrestling match or something?
have to do out. Whoever makes the hit gets to claim the right.
Whoever gets more streams.
Dude, whoever's got the hottest girlfriend, dude, that's who's getting the beat. Right. He brings the right people to the studio. Who's got the coolest vibe. I mean, and I want to get into, it looks like you have VVS, but you don't have VVS 2. You have VVS, and then you have VVS 3. So
yes.
Is there a sequel in there somewhere, or is this just like a 1-3-5 kind of scenario? Or
there's original V. It's just VS. It's only on SoundCloud. Super rare. It's trash in comparison to the other two projects. It was another one of those early things I was doing. My brother just gave me a shot. He hopped on some stuff. So it was a little 3-song top secret project on SoundCloud.
All right,
special. And VVS is the sequel.
So Indiebnb exclusive. If you can go dig around and find VS on SoundCloud, you'll win the prize, which is getting to hear Devin's first project. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
I guess with a few of your other songs, I mean, Needs and Wants, Frequency. I mean, Frequency's got your most streams on Spotify. I mean, what do you think it is about those songs that resonates with people, and what resonates with them, with you, and what makes you want to bump them in your car?
I think they're just super relatable. I think it's something that it's a great vibe. It's just something people can attach to. It's easy to listen to. It's not like my most like experimental work, but like it's just like an easy listen. So it could just take off like that. So No.
Gotcha. Why did you? I mean, was the Needs and Wants video actually filmed in Cancun? I mean, did you go? And why weren't
I
you
was
there?
not in Cancun. Mike was on vacation. He was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna shoot a video out here." Got a little quick setup and just shot a video. So it was like spur of the moment, like just do it.
You didn't get to go. I mean, why aren't you in there like, on the background? I mean, like you
That's
could
the
easily.
classic, like big brother, little brother move. Like, yeah, man, while you're not here, I'm gonna make an awesome video and you're not gonna be in it.
Yeah, like I mean, I feel like you guys should have been like back to back going into the pool or like I don't know, man. Like I feel like it would happen. Like
I'm still a behind the scenes guy for the most part. I like the artists do their thing, man. I'm not really a big all in the camera, you know, showing off. That's not really me. I'm laid back. I'm out the way. I'll make some video appearances soon though. I'm gonna pop out.
all right. Well, the next thing I want to get to is uh, I've seen that Zaytoven and other producers have live shows or do live sets. I know you and I once joked we were in the locker room and you had just kind of started this thing and was like, Dev, I mean, like, what are you doing? I mean, you can make the beats, that's good. Like, but you should have a side project as like, some kind of mascot headed like DJ and like just tour the country and just freaking rake it in. Tell me about the live music, what as it returns, is there a plan for you to go and tour with Mike and or like, what does that look like from the producer side?
I definitely still want to get into DJing. It just hasn't came up yet, especially with the pandemic. That definitely took a break, but I'm definitely gonna get into DJing. So at least I could do my own sets. Of like I'm just gonna play my stuff straight. But once I pick up my piano skills too, I might do some live little piano for somebody. That would be fine.
Ooh,
My
I like
piano. Yeah. So
And as far as the mascot head, I mean, I know we talked about like a mouse or not a mouse. We were like riffing off a dead mouse. I mean, I thought we came up with like a moose head of some kind. I mean, look, I think that it could be huge. I don't know.
I need you in a bear costume. Losing it, just going
Straight
crazy.
Toby the Bear.
Yeah, go be the bear, man.
Or I could be in a cow costume and you could be like, you could be dressed up as like the A1 sauce. You could have like a sauce costume and I'll be like the cow and we'll be like fighting because like you're trying to, get people to eat me. I don't know. We could think about it. Tash and I have a really, really bad project called, we always talk about band names and like your name is, it makes sense and people, it's memorable, it's easy and it's really good. But I have a really bad list of band names. Duck Truck is the leader of the Clubhouse, though. It's like maybe the worst band name of all time. And Tash and I we're developing that project right now. But maybe you wear a truck costume, I wear a duck costume, and we become it's like a chain smokers vibe. I don't know. We'll see.
Isn't that like kind of the purpose of band names? It's supposed to be a little off. Like, what the fuck is that? Who are these guys? That's the whole vibe. You need it. Go run with it. Go for it.
Yeah, we're working on Duck Truck, but all right. So DJ sets. I mean, what would that would be? Just you playing straight up your beats, and is all your catalog, and then are you mixing in the top 40 there, or is it just straight up you?
Yeah, I probably just do my own music because honestly, I could get into some weird music. Like I feel like everybody like, what is this dude doing up there? So. I don't know if DJing would be my go-to, just like a regular DJ.
Yeah,
it just had to be a set DJ, like
play
my music, get out.
I hear you. And then, like, would you be able to play? I know I've seen Big Crit play, and I think you were there.
Yeah,
we went show, dude. Yeah. That DJ he has, he's from here. God, I can't remember his name. But like that guy does his own DJ sets, but he also DJs for Big Crit. Is that something you would do for Mike if you got the opportunity? I mean, DJing behind him, or
definitely, I'd do that. Without a doubt.
That's cool. The Brothers tour. I mean,
yeah.
Kenny Chesney's got the Brothers of the Sun tour. You guys could be like the Brothers of like I don't know, like Cancun, the Brothers of Gwinnett. Oh man. Well, that's awesome. I'm glad that we get. I've never thought of, we talked to so many bands and everyone's like, oh, I can't wait for live music, can't wait for live music. But you're more in the, hey, like I've been working during the pandemic, and I'm that the sets are they're gonna come, but I'm mainly focused on the studio. Talk to me about the studio time, like how does that work? Are you in like a specific studio? Do you have a studio at home? Like, what does that look like for you?
I have a home studio, and I also have a studio that's currently in Roswell. Set up. People can come record whenever, just book a time with me. So, and I also do a little mobile studio setup too. So I'm a whole traveling band, if need be, if the money calls.
Gotcha. That's awesome. What do you, I guess I'm trying to, what do you allow in your studio? I mean, are you free flowing? I mean, I've seen studio scenes where, we're lighting up the ganja all day. I mean, what are we thinking here? And I mean, it just depends on
I'm
which one
cool
you're
with it.
at.
Yeah, it depends on where I'm at. I'm cool with it, but my studio is a work zone, work only.
I
So,
like that.
you can step outside and handle your business, but this is work mode within here. Anywhere else, that's pretty much standard. I'm expecting that. So
Yeah. Yeah. I always am interested because, like, I mean, you were talking on the other day, like, just, hey, I'm there. It's your time. I'm trying to make sure you maximize your time. And
mhm.
that's interesting. How hard is it to keep, I'm sure the creatives get, they start getting off into, things, but how hard is it to kind of guide them back on the track to get things out?
It's like being a coach, man. I'm like, that's really what it's turned into. I'm like, coach. I'm trying to get my people in the right position to, stay focused and get something done, because it could easily turn into just like, oh, smoking and just hanging out. Like, oh shit, we used all our studio time, like, so.
Got it. Well, who is somebody you would want to see in that studio? I mean, like somebody that you just, obviously you mentioned Rocco and Future. I mean, are those two people those the two that you would want to, work with the most? I mean, is there any up and comers that you feel like would be a dream to work with?
um I would love to work with, this is not an up and comer, but Andre 3000 is definitely a huge influence on stuff. Just how weird he was at a time like that, it was super inspirational. Um, there's an artist around Atlanta named Key. He's a
Mhm.
big influence on the music I create as well. So those are just the two, like, including Rocco, Future, Gucci Mane. These are my sources of inspiration, that's for sure.
Awesome.
I
Awesome.
like that you keep it, inside the perimeter. You're all about Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm a big hometown guy. It's only wear Atlanta hats. Like, it's,
It's the Hawks hat, man.
yes, sir. Go Hawks. They playing right now.
They're up too.
Yes, sir. We gotta get that playoff spot. Yeah, I'm a big hometown guy for sure though.
Awesome. Dang, man. Well, I mean, what's cooking for you? I mean, what's next as far as, music coming out? I mean, what can we expect summertime? Is there anything, in the works?
I should have two projects dropping this summer. One with one of the artists I work with a lot, Dalen Gideon's, called For My Dogs Too. We did the original one in like 2019, so that's coming this summer. Also, another person I collaborate with a lot is 404 Gianni. His project should be coming out this summer if I can, I could coach him and get his mind right so we can get it dropped in time. So those are the two big things on my plate. And then later this year, I'm going to be working on a compilation, just bringing everything together and just really locking in my sound so everybody knows like what I'm going to be on going forward.
I like that. I like that. Call it like the sauce pack or the what's that thing that you can get the ketchup, mustard, and relish in? God, I don't know. Sauce package. I don't know. We'll think about it. You can think about it. I'm
Mm.
not gonna think about it. I think you probably got it.
Yeah, we got some in store.
Well, that's awesome, man. I think you got a lot cooking, and we're obviously we're proud of you. I'm glad to see you getting your grind on, getting your shine on with this. It's definitely a grind, and you're a grinder, so we know all about your work ethic, and nothing needs to be said there. But I think with that, we're gonna get into Pete Peterson's party pack of questions. 20 questions, rapid fire.
All right.
And Devin, it's gonna be quick. So just get ready.
We're at a pre question because this is a big one. Who do you think would be a better rapper to work with? Me or Grant?
I'm definitely going with Tash. Easy. Tash, easy.
Yes.
Easy.
Yes.
What do you mean?
You're a maniac, Grant. Okay.
Dude, I originate the screaming grimy sound. I can come in there, dude. I got so many voices.
Already decided. Let's start the party pack.
God damn, that's tough. That one's tough to swallow. Devin, I am available if you need any voiceover activity. We can go one man to rule them all. Or we can go like, what's in the sauce? I don't know, man.
While you playing though, I might have to get you to do like some kind of like outro or intro for my project. Seriously, you better be.
I'm available. You let me know. You got my number. I come in the studio. I'll be in there, and we're gonna work. All right. I'm there to work.
Mm-hmm.
You can ask those guys at Clemson. I got some voiceover acting. I get some voiceover work there. All right, party pack. Let's fucking go.
Let's go.
Here we go. Start it off. Cake or pie?
Cake.
Okay. Aliens, are they real or not?
Absolutely.
Is Bigfoot real?
It used to be real.
Okay, he died. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is love at first sight real?
No.
Nope. Okay. Donuts or toaster strudels?
Donuts.
Chips or pretzels? This one's really, really important because this is actually the most controversial question we ask.
It's by far chips. Pretzels are trash. That's like, I got to be in a bad spot to open up a bag of pretzels.
All right, so it's you, it's Lowen, it's like, Brother Moses, everybody. Although Brother Moses likes some pretzels, but every fucking person hates pretzels.
You and Owen could run for president, vice president against pretzels, and win.
Yeah.
Huge hate. I've got to be in a low place to be eating a pretzel. That's quote of the year,
dude. You should reach out to Lowen and tell her, hey, yo, chips over pretzels, and just leave it at that. Anyway, dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Would you rather be a ninja or a pirate?
A ninja.
Chicken tenders or chicken wings?
Controversial. I like tenders. I'm gonna go tenders.
He's going tenders. All right. If you did get wings, are you a ranch or a blue cheese guy?
Ranch all the way.
All right. Would you rather have a night in or a night out?
Homebody. I'm a producer. I'm in the house.
Okay. He's in the house. I like it. So you work until sunrise or sunset? What would you rather see?
I'd rather see the sunrise for sure. I'm a morning person. You gotta
I
get
like
up.
that. I like that. Have seen Devin at 5:30 in the morning. He is excitable.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You a red wine guy or a white wine guy?
White wine. But it's a mood. I like both. I like to drink. So
okay.
I'm down for both.
All right. Watch out. Devin Davidson, complete alcoholic. Here we go. All right. Who's a better dancer? Me or Tash?
I don't think I've ever seen Tash dance, so I'm gonna go with Grant on this one.
Let's go.
I'll give him that one.
Are you wearing pants or you're wearing shorts?
Shorts.
What would you rather wear?
Pants.
Pants. He's a pants guy. Do you believe in magic?
Yeah, that's magic.
It's a simple question. Do you believe in fucking fairy tales and wizards? All right,
yeah.
God damn. Other people took that as like, oh, do you believe in magic, the magic of song? And we were like, I was like, man, I was thinking the other way, but whatever.
Yeah.
All right, would you rather go to a club or a bar?
Neither. I really think house.
All right, fine. What are you doing at a party? Are you more likely to do the electric slide or the worm if you had to choose one of them?
Electric slide. I feel like you're a worm guy though, for sure.
I can't do the worm actually. I don't. I mean, I don't know. I may be able to.
I feel like I've seen you try it before.
Yeah, probably. All right, Devin. Would you eat an orange peanut?
No,
The circus peanuts? You don't like this?
no, that's trash. What do
Not
you?
a fan.
That's like candy from the 50s. What are you doing?
I don't know. Like, I mean, some people really like them. There might be a crew of people that really do.
You.
Yeah, me. And finally, the final question of every Pete Peterson's party pack of questions. Bands or artists that we might not know that we should be checking out. And you can put on anybody within 285, outside of 285, or, a band maybe that is off the wall that we might not know about.
I'm a big homer, so I'm gonna give you some people from Atlanta.
All right.
These you can get pretty strange here. I would check out this artist named Bear One Boss, one word, completely insane trap music, but it's just like dude's a rock star for sure. He's insane.
Bear, like BERR?
Bear, like a bear, like an animal.
Like bear down? Okay. Bear One Boss.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Who else you got for me?
I check out Tony Snow with an H in there. He's a he's a trap rapper, but he raps on like smooth jazz beats with like shitty 808s. Like, so it's like it's definitely a listening experience. I think you guys might enjoy it because you'll just be like, "What the hell is this?" But it's pretty cool.
All right.
And then there's another artist. He's more lyrical. His name is Kenny Mason, and he's from like the East Side, I think. But he's got a buzz going right now. That's pretty big. I think you guys will like him. He has some rock elements to his music too. He does rock music as well. So.
All right. So I got Bear One Boss, Tony Snow. Is it a CH or an S? It's just SHNOW.
Yeah, I think so. It might be two H's, but I don't know. I can't call it.
All right. And are these all SoundCloud or are these guys on the Spotify?
You can find them on Spotify.
We can find them on Spotify. Let's go. All right. Devin, we're going to tell them that you sent us and that when we feature them on our page that we're going to say, hey, look, shout out to Devin for A1 Devin for, hooking us up. So,
do that.
Hey, thank you so much, Devin, for coming on our podcast. I think it has been a joy. It's been very, educational as far as just, getting something new out there for a new type of music that we, is not traditional to this podcast. So glad we could have you on. I think that, you are a rocket ship and that we're glad to be able to, be a part of the ride, man. So, excited to see what you come out with next. Excited for your two projects, For My Dogs 2 and 404. I screwed up the guy's name. I can't read what I wrote.
Gianni, 404
Gianni. This summer. Look for Devin to be in a mascot outfit at some point, coming to a stadium near you to play a very, very loud DJ set. I believe
BS on SoundCloud. First one that finds it gets a free shirt from Grant.
Yeah, one of my shirts. Speaking of shirts, before we get off, Devin, are we gonna ever bring back one, the A1 shirts, or two, the fresco gear? Is that in the works?
It's all in the works. I'm definitely gonna have some merch coming out this summer. What size you wear? Because I know you be with the 2X guy.
2X guy.
Some nice screen print stuff for you. It's gonna hold up forever. Then in the fall, we're gonna have some fresco suits and different items for the colder months. So it's coming. It's on the way.
Hey, I'm looking for that fresco. I did not get the fresco track or the joggers and the jacket with it. I was very upset that was sold out by the time I had scrambled up there. So, but hey, I'm glad to see that you're crushing it, and you're a friend of the pod. So anytime you want to come on, or we'll check back in with you in a few months. Maybe before your project's dropping, just hit us up. We'll definitely we'll have you on for just some promo and some juice.
Sure.
We're all about that. We're all about basically helping independent artists as much as we can on this podcast. So
yeah, I appreciate you guys for having me. What y'all doing is really dope, man. Can't lie.
Appreciate you, Devin.
One.
All right. That is A1 Devin. Thank you guys so much for listening.